Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in once again to Queen Ahmadiyyah TV, More Than Meets the Third Eye. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah, and this is your spiritual vitamins for the day. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, also on TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and on Twitter at DGoddess27. Okay, Stardusters, let's see who we have in here. Atira, all right. Kenyetta, Hundia, Nessie X is in the house. That Crazy Beach Aries. Okay, Claudette, I see you, beloved. Dr. K. Sampson. Okay, Mr. Hotel, Silent D. All right, M is blessed. Khalid Harleem is in the house. Okay, so let's get into it. Everyone, please get those likes up. Hey, Claudette, Juju's here. All right. Shout out to my moderators putting in work. Hey, Eileen, Cassandra, Stacy. Okay. With that all being said, I hope everyone's having a great day. Hey, Mello. Okay. Hey, Jeff. So listen. Hey, Kathy B. Listen. If you are a member of this channel and you have not sent me your email, please do so. If you send me your email to morethanmeetsthethirdeye@gmail.com, then I can send you the notifications just in case you don't get them from YouTube, because sometimes YouTube doesn't send them out. But also, please make sure you double check to make sure that you're still subscribed to the channel, because also people get unsubscribed. Okay, so make sure you do that so you don't miss any of your spiritual vitamins. And also, I'm going to have some very interesting people in the next few weeks. I'm going to have some very interesting people coming on to do interviews. That's going to be for members only. If you don't have a membership, you should get one. You can purchase the memberships for $2.99 per month, $6.99 per month, $24.99 per month, and $49.99 per month. And with each level of membership, you get different perks. Okay, so you can look into all of that. Moderators, please share the links, the link that allows people to join the channel. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this PowerPoint presentation. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you in advance. Hold on just a moment. Hold on, beloveds. For some reason, this isn't pulling up. Hold on just a second. Let me download something really quick. In the meantime, in between time, everyone be sure to hit that like button. Okay, here we go. Mr. Mr. Hotel says, shout out to our esoteric philosopher. We just adore you. Thank you, beloved. I adore you all as well. Thank you for your contribution to the channel. Peace, love, and blessings. Okay, now let me see if I can get this PowerPoint to pull up. For some reason, it's not allowing me to share it. Hold on. Okay, there it is. I think. No, that's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. Hold on. Okay, let me try it. Let me try it one more time. What is going on? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Sorry for that, beloveds. A bit of technical difficulties. Okay, I got it together. Okay, so ways to control negative thoughts and emotions. So let's get into it. So first of all, I'm going to be giving you some pointers on things that you can do to help you avoid negative thoughts, which can potentially lead you into pitfalls. Okay. And how to, these things will help you elevate yourself into positive frames of thought. Okay. First, you need to recognize your emotions. The initial step in regaining control of our thoughts is to recognize our emotions. It is essential to recognize and accept our feelings when they are difficult to handle. The second thing is to pinpoint the origins of your negative thoughts. After acknowledging our emotions, it is important to pinpoint the sources of negative thoughts. Being aware of what triggers our negative feelings can help us take the right steps to address them. Negative thoughts and depression are intertwined, and we must take steps that can help us gain control of our lives. Now, see, this is very important because at the end of the day, I've told you numerous of times that thoughts are energy, okay, electromagnetic energy, and whatever we think manifests into our reality. So if you're thinking with a pessimistic mindset, then you will attract negativity. The very things that you don't want, if you harp on those things and dwell on them, then you will only attract more of what you do not want. So don't spend your time focusing on things that you don't want and stressing over these things. At the end of the day, you should be thinking of solutions. Okay, don't focus so much on the problem. Spend your time focusing on the solutions and trying to be optimistic and understanding that you control your destiny. With your thoughts, you can change the course of your lives. Now, the next step to take control of our negative thinking is to substitute negative thoughts with positive affirmations. This is why I tell you to make sure that you're speaking life into yourself, into your children, into your loved ones on a daily. You should always, when you rise in the morning, you should be speaking positively upon yourself, saying your affirmations that I told you to do. You should be doing this every day, not every other day. You should do this all of the time. The more you practice giving yourself these positive affirmations, the more you program this into your subconscious. And let's not forget that the universe and our subconscious thought takes everything that we say literally. Okay? Literally. So it's very important that you always choose your words wisely. Incorporate positive affirmations on a daily. Now, it is critical to speak to ourselves in an encouraging way to make progress and leaving depression behind. Introducing beneficial thoughts into our minds can quickly alter our emotions and our thinking. Rather than dwelling on our missteps and shortcomings, it is essential to highlight our strengths and accomplishments. This can help build our self-confidence and bolster our will to keep going. You see, when you are inspired, encouraged, and motivated, and you think in a positive thought pattern, and when you are upbeat and high vibrational, this helps you to have determination, to be relentless, to be dedicated into accomplishing your goals, ambitions, and endeavors. But when you're on a low vibrational path and you're being, very worrisome and stressful and fearful. And remember, fear is the lowest of the vibrations. It is the lowest. So when you're doing that, you're metaphorically, as I told you before, placing yourself in a hell of your own making. And so you will feel like giving up. You'll feel like all hope is lost. You won't feel that you can make through or get through the obstacles that are before you if you're in a low vibrational stance. So you have to always be trying to elevate yourself and your frames of thought. Taking care of our own needs and desires is crucial. It's a crucial part of controlling negative thoughts and emotions. Dedicating time to self care can help us feel more tranquil and in charge of what we think we manifest. And what we manifest becomes our reality. So you have to take care of yourself. You have to sometimes relax and meditate, and visualize, practice the art of visualization. This is how you manifest things into your life. You have to always be doing things that help you to become a better person. Remember, I always tell you that there is always room for improvements. We're given a life to manage from birth. Yet it can be difficult to understand how to do so and how it impacts our thinking and our well-being. But fortunately, there are techniques to assist us in taking control of our thoughts and overcoming depression. And depression is very dangerous. And that's why I talk to you all about mental health issues. It's very important that if you feel that you're having some type of struggle, some type of trauma that you may be suffering from, something that is impacting negatively your mental health, it is very important that you get some type of treatment for that, counseling, or speak to someone that you can confide in. You can't just keep things bottled up inside, because one day you'll likely explode. One day you may just give up because things seem too much to bear. You have to be you can't just bury your problems, but you have to face them and try to figure out solutions. Quantum physicists say that our thoughts are the source of reality. Everything that we experience is a process of thought energy. We're all connected through the collective consciousness. This energy field responds to emotions and thoughts by creating a reality. So with that in mind, you have to understand and realize that you create your reality. You can either metaphorically place yourself in hell. Like I told you, if you say, oh, I'm sick as hell, I'm tired as hell, I'm mad as hell, well, that's what you're doing. You're putting yourself in a low vibrational space. But you can also metaphorically place yourself in heaven, okay? By being high vibrational. Heaven means heaved up. If you notice that gravity is very important as we think about our emotions, because people that are happy and high vibrational tend to look up. They have their noses in the air. Their chins are up. They're always upbeat and smiling. They say things like, I'm on cloud 9. Okay. But people that are low vibrational, their head's always down towards the ground. You can tell when someone's depressed, worried, or stressed out, or fearful, because they will have a very low vibration and they look in a downward, in a downward motion rather than holding their heads up. Everyone, don't forget to get those likes up. Thank you in advance. Now, having a supportive network of friends and family can be immensely helpful when dealing with negative thoughts and emotions. It can be difficult to face these issues alone, and having people to rely on can make all the difference. You see, some people decide to give up on life. And in fact, some of them take their own lives because they feel so overwhelmed. They feel like no one cares what they're going through, that no one understands. And they have all of this darkness inside of them because they have felt so much negativity. No one has inspired them. No one has encouraged or motivated them or tried to tell them anything that, is positive to make them feel like going on. And sometimes this is simply because people go through things in silence. They don't talk to someone about it. They don't tell people, that they're going through problems. And if you don't tell someone, well, it's very hard for someone to give you words of encouragement if they don't know that you're in fact discouraged. We may not always know how to ask for help or be fearful that doing so just may make things worse. But these steps can help us to address these concerns with our loved ones. Implementing these practices can also help you with depression and to create a better life for yourself. Our mental health is integral in maintaining our physical health. Negative thoughts are toxic and they only serve to lower our vibrations. Now, this can lead to worry, stress, fear, and anger, which are the lowest of vibrations, which also can lead to sickness and disease. Mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well being. It affects the way we think, feel, and even the way we behave. It also helps us to determine how we handle stress or relate to others and make choices. Mental health is important during every stage of life, from childhood, adolescence, all the way through adulthood. Even children have issues that they go through. It is very important that you're paying attention to your child's mental health. I have done videos on the other channel about children who, gave up and who ended their lives because they were being bullied, picked on, and they were suffering in silence. And because sometimes children are afraid to speak about things, they feel embarrassed. They feel like they'll be criticized. And they feel like, no one's going to understand. It's very important that you speak to your children and grandchildren on a regular basis. Ask them how their day was while they were at school. Ask them what they're going through. Talk to them. Ask them questions about their friends. Ask them if there's people bullying them or picking on them. Because if you don't, these things could go unchecked, and these children will suffer in silence, and then one day they may just possibly give up. On the videos that I did about these children who were being cyberbullied and ended their own lives, the youngest one was 10 years old. 10 years old. So it's very important that we speak life and positivity unto our children, and also encourage them, motivate them, and teach them to love themselves, so that when people come along and say negative, nasty things to them, they won't pay that any attention and they will stay high vibrational. That's very important. Ultimately, it is essential to take control of our lives by setting achievable objectives and taking meaningful measures to achieve them. Regaining power over our lives can help us feel more confident and in command of our feelings and our beliefs. Pessimistic emotions can be paralyzing and can have a long-term effect on our lives. Being aware of our emotions and overcoming stressors can help us take charge of our thoughts, which can keep us grounded in high vibrational thinking. Your thought pattern is a confession in the spirit. Are you inspired by your thoughts or discouraged by them? You should ask yourself that. And if you are, in fact, discouraged by your own thoughts, then that means you need to change your way of thinking. Inspirational people are those who can set a goal and do everything in their power to achieve it. It takes a lot of self-discipline and dedication to one's passions to achieve your goals. Individuals who adopt this trait can use it to not only empower themselves, but to empower those around them as well. Breathe life into yourselves and others. Remember that Proverbs 23:7 in the King James Bible says, "For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he." And so your thoughts absolutely become your reality. Whatever you think you are, you become. Whether you think you're, a loser and you're not capable or deserving of anything, that's what you'll create. Once you visualize that and have that in your mind, that will become your reality. But if you visualize and see yourself and view yourself as being, a successful person, someone who is determined and dedicated, someone who is motivated, then that's what you'll become. I pray that this encourages you and challenges you to have conversations with the Most High and your inner self every day. You should have conversations with yourself, about the things that you want. You know, it's okay to talk to yourself, because sometimes when you say things aloud, that's when you realize the seriousness of certain issues. That's when you understand things better. If you say these things to yourself, you actually can, get a better understanding of how you're thinking. And remember that I've told you to practice metacognition. Metacognition is the process of thinking about your thinking, which is very important. You should ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Why am I always talking negatively? Why do I always feel downtrodden and play the victim? Why do I always feel like I'm losing, like I can't win, like nothing's going my way? You should ask yourself those things, because at the end of the day, it's likely simply because of the way you think and the way you view things. If you're a person who looks at the glass as half empty rather than half full, then maybe you want to change your thought process. Rather than thinking about the clouds, the dark clouds, know that there's always a silver lining. Okay? Always be positive. So, with that all being said, Lillian says, I remember that. Okay. Now, with that all being said, listen, I want to thank you all for tuning in. I hope you got something out of this. Remember to practice your positive affirmations daily. Listen to your meditative music at night. Don't forget that the spiritual minded person vibrates at the same frequency as the Earth's crust. That is the Schumann resonance. Okay. And so also you may want to listen to that sometimes while you sleep at night. Let me see if I can pull up a video of that really quick before I close out. Because sometimes I listen to the Schumann resonance before I sleep or while I sleep. Here we go. Okay, now that sound that you just heard, that vibration that you just felt, is the frequency of the vibration of the Earth's crust. And like I said, if you're a spiritually minded person, you vibrate at that exact same frequency. Remember, we are supposed to be in tune with nature and the universe. So, with that all being said, you may want to listen to that while you rest at night, or listen to meditative music, right? Which is at the proper frequency for the universe. Okay. That's what you should be doing. And at the end of the day, always rise and say your positive affirmations. Start your day off in a positive frame of mind. Don't let anyone knock you off your square. Don't let anyone give you, bad news or negative information in the mornings, because how you start your day is usually it usually sets the tone for how your entire day goes. Okay, so with that all being said, thank you, Mr. Hotel. Mr. Hotel says, my chat is frozen. So I'm looking at this on my phone. Mr. Hotel says, Queen, my father and I would love to pay for two people to get free consultations with you. We love y'all. Be one always. Well, thank you, beloved. Thank you. That is very kind of you. That is very kind of you and your father. You all pay attention. Mr. Hotel and his father are very kind-hearted and giving. They paid last month. They paid for two people to have the $49.99 memberships, right? And then now they're saying they'll pay for two people to have consultations. So I really appreciate them for that. And I hope you all appreciate them too. And I will be choosing two people to give those free consultations to. For those of you who don't know about the consultations, I give spiritual consultations. They're $30. Okay. And you can actually email me on more than meets the third eye at gmail.com if you need a consultation. Okay, so with that all being said, thank you, Mr. Hotel, for your contribution to the channel. And also thank you for being so kind and giving. Thank your father as well. With that all being said, I hope you all enjoy the rest of this beautiful evening. Stay high vibrational. Remember, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And also be the change that you want to see. There's always a chance for us to evolve and become better, and it's never too late to be the best version of yourself. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives.